What's up, easy bakers? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own DIY infused nerd ropes. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Daverney Freeman. I will be doing some giveaways, so you want to follow me on Instagram. That's where I announce all of my giveaways. And if you want to be a gang, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. So let's jump into the video. So this is everything you're going to need. You're going to need some heavy duty aluminum foil. It doesn't really have to be that heavy duty. You can go get the 99-cent one, whatever fits your grip, baby. So I'm going to use some aluminum foil. And with my aluminum foil, I'm just going to place them on a flat surface. And you will be putting this inside the refrigerator. So boom, pow, pow. Now what I'm going to do is I like to create my own little molds. I don't know if you guys want to go on Amazon to see if they have these molds, but I know a lot of people were saying they could not find any nerd rope molds, so you really have to do them by hand. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm just making my own little molds, which is just propping the aluminum foil up a little bit so it can have this barrier in between the two. I'm doing that on each side, so that's what I'll be doing right now. And you guys do want to be careful when you're making your little liners because this is aluminum foil and it's easy to kind of tear through them. So you guys, I prefer to reuse the packaging that comes with it. So I'm not gonna buy no more packaging, y'all. Don't play with me. We just gonna reuse these packaging. What you do is you take where it's sealed out at either end of the rope and you kind of open it up like you will a bag of chips. It's very easy to tear, so you do want to take your time to open up the seal. And once you open it up, there should be like a little cardboard against the seal, and you put your fingers in between the cardboard and the foil, and you gently slide your fingers down in order to tear the packaging apart. So that's what I do. I do that, then I set it aside, and I take some nerds. Now I do this all the time, so I have additional nerd ropes and nerds in there, and I like to take the nerds off of the rope, which is very easy, so I don't have to buy 1,000 boxes of nerd ropes. Of nerds when I can just use this. So now that you have separated your gummies from the nerds, you're going to place them in a heat-safe, microwave-safe bowl and place them in a small one. I do recommend doing small batches at a time because if you do so many, it's going to be kind of hard to control it. So now you're going to take your infused coconut oil. I like to use liquid coconut oil instead of the coconut oil that goes back to solid. And you want to use your tincture. I'm using my Everclear tincture that I already infused with your CBD. And there go an additional box of nerds just in case I need them, but I don't feel like I will. It's just whatever floats my boat. And you also want to get yourself some type of piping bag, or you can get a condiment container. I think a Ziploc bag is cheaper. Well, not really cheaper, but it works for me. And I do reuse these, so it's not like I throw them away because y'all know I hate plastic. Now I'm taking my coconut oil and I'm just coating this Ziploc bag with the coconut oil. If you do not want to use your infused coconut oil, you can definitely use Pam to coat this Ziploc bag. But I'm saying if you're going to infuse something, why not have everything be infused? You get what I'm saying? But yeah. So I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to do the same thing to my aluminum layers that I made, my little molds. Because if you do not, it will stick. I don't care what anyone says. I've been making these for forever and a day, and they will stick. If you put them in the freezer, you put them in the refrigerator, you will have pieces of aluminum stuck to your gummy. Now you looking at like a fool, like you in 3rd grade with aluminum foil in your mouth like they goes. So yeah, that's what you want to do. Just make sure everything is evenly coated, then move on to the next step. All right, you guys, so to my 2 rope gummies and 6 additional gummy bears, I add half a tablespoon of infused coconut oil, just to give you guys some type of starting point. But this is definitely a trial and error type of situation. So as you guys, I have my tincture right here, and I'm going to use 5 milliliters, which is a teaspoon of tincture, and I'm placing it to the side in a disposable condiment container, because I want it to be, on hand. And you guys also saw that I had my liquid lecithin next to me, just in case I'm going to need that as well. So you want to take your rubber spatula, or you can use anything that you're going to throw away. I like to use this silicone rubber spatula because I could just wash it off and reuse it. Now I'm making sure that everything is evenly coated, and I'm going to put this in a microwave for 10 seconds, and it's going to look like this. Now I'm just stirring this around to make sure that my oil and gummies are combining together. I microwave it again, bring it back out, stir it around, and as you guys can see a little bit, you see how the gummies in the oil is not coming together. So what I'm doing is just trying to stir it a little faster and a little harder, just putting a little bit of elbow grease into it to see if it's going to combine together. And once it does, as much as I would like for it to at this point, I'm going to add my tincture to this. I only add half of the teaspoon into this at this time, because you can always add more. You really can't take it away. So that's why it's super important to do this in small batches, so you ain't got to worry about anything. But as you guys can see, the oil really did combine well with this. So now I'm going to go ahead and add that tincture and do the same steps. Stir it around. Kind of be careful because it will splat out, okay? Y'all see what I'm saying? I told y'all it'll splat out, and that's nothing but my tincture splatting out, honey. That's why I'm like, let me try to put you back on in there, girl. Then I'm stirring it around again, just to make sure that it is fully incorporated, because if you do not do this, it will be like oil and vinegar separate. Yeah, that's exactly what this will be. Baby, your gummies will be to the right and your tincture will be to the left. So you want to definitely make sure that it's fully incorporated. Microwave it again. Then you're going to place it in your Ziploc bag or your piping bag. Remember, this Ziploc bag is already oiled down. So I'm trying to give you guys a good angle, but this is hot. Girl, I'm like, I'm about to stop this camera. This is hot. So you want to go ahead and pour that into there. I try to use my rubber spatula to get the rest of it out, but do what you can, because it will kind of become, it'll cool down a little fast. So you will be working very quickly, boo-boo. So once you get that together, you're going to just, whatever side you're going to cut it out, you're going to cut it away from your workspace, okay? I cut it on the ground. So you're going to cut it away from your workspace. Line a little bit of nerves, just a little bit, unless you want it real thick, to the bottom of this pan, and we're going to pipe on our gummies. So you guys, I am starting off with a thin layer. I like to use, at least when I like to make these nerd robes, I'm showing you guys how to make 1.5. So with the measurements and things that I will put in the description box, to my preference, it makes one long nerd robe and kind of like a quarter of one as well. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going ahead and piping out my gummies, and once I get done piping out the gummies, I'm gonna take some additional nerd rope and sprinkle them on top of the gummies so they can have gummies on both sides. I really do this as a preference, when it comes to how many nerds I'm actually putting on the rope. So like I said, this is really trial and error for some people. You guys gonna have to figure out what you like and what works best for you. So all of those nerd ropes that you put on the side, or if you're using a new box, you're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle as many nerds on this as you want. To help you out, you kind of want to make sure that all of the gummy is covered, and go to your next step. All right, so now you want to just go ahead and put your nerd ropes in the refrigerator for several hours. And once they harden up, you're gonna come back to them. All right, so now that it's been several hours, I'm going to get my packaging, my flat irons. I don't use them on my head, but I sure use them for this. Okay, and I get my nerd ropes. As you guys can see that it was covered up, so you don't have to worry about anything getting on them. Now, this is why it's super important to spray down that aluminum foil. You guys see how easy they're coming out of here. I'm definitely being gentle because I don't feel like anything cracking, breaking, or anything like that, or in between, boo-boo. So you see how easy they're coming out, but I'm just plopping them out ever so gently. And now once I plop them out, I'm going to put them on the cardboard that every nerd rope come with. And I'm just gonna place it on there, and we're gonna go ahead and package them. So that's just what I like to do. So now what we're gonna do is I put them on my cardboard liners, and I'm going to flip them over so that the cardboard is facing up, and I'm going to get the two ends of, sorry you guys. Then we're gonna get the two ends of the aluminum foil, kind of put them together where Nestle had the glue already there. So I'm just going to line them up as even as I can, and we're going to heat seal them with our flat irons. With my flat iron, they go from like a 1 to a 5, and I believe I have them on a 2, maybe a 3. I just want them to get hot enough so when my hand touch it, my hand is not burning, and I can kind of just like close it all together. So heat sealing something together is really, really easy, you guys. And that's just pretty much it. You just heat seal them together, and you will be all done with your DIY infused nerd ropes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see any other type of infusion, definitely put a comment down below. And I really do appreciate you for watching this video. It means so much. So here go the little small ones that I did as well. Now this one, I'm going to just do the same thing that I did with the longer one. I'm just going to cut the nerd box till it fits this size. You know what I'm saying? So, or you could just put them in your odorless, airtight containers. You guys see how I had the little miniature one right there in front? And that's pretty much all you do. Sorry for the noise, you guys. Brandy and Devin are outside playing tug of war with a stick. Yay, yay, yay. Talk to you guys on my next video.